Let's talk about a false comparison. I see these done all the time. There's another really popular YouTube photography channel that recently compared a Nikon D5 to some, dinky, I think it was a Nikon D3200, D3400, and made some prints. And he was asking Joe Blow on the street to point out what the best shot is. Now these are why these are false comparisons. Now, the Nikon D5, obviously at over $6,000. The point of this comparison is to say, well, ultimately the image output between the two are indistinguishable, and in some cases people would pick even the shots from the crummy few $100 camera. This is a false comparison. If you're starting to shoot sports, action, and wildlife, the dinky little camera is a useless pile of poo. You are not paying for far superior image output on the Nikon D5 at 20 megapixels with a not too tight pixel pitch. So not only does the Nikon D5 have an anti-aliasing filter, the pixel pitch is not that tight, which means croppability of the shot, especially for sports and wildlife, is not good. It's not great. I shouldn't say it's bad relative to the Nikon D3, which was a sports camera for many, many years at 12 megapixels. But these are false analogies, and I'm not singling out any single YouTube photography channel, but I keep seeing these pop up over and over again, and they ignorantly seduce stupid people into believing stuff that's a false comparison. That's like saying if you have a Lamborghini and a junky pickup truck and you're driving in 5-mile-per-hour traffic downtown, that both of them will do just fine. And that is true. The thing is that $1 million one-of-a-kind, or 1 out of 50 or whatever they produce on some of these Lamborghinis, they only make 20 of them and they're like over $1 million. What you're paying for $1 million is not obviously the fine Corinthian leather and so on and so forth. You are paying for that, but you're paying for performance, 0 to 100 miles per hour and drop of a hat. The ability to corner, the ability to do a lot of stuff that the pickup truck's not going to do. So these false comparisons on these cameras are ludicrous, they're absurd, they're unintelligent, they're stupid, they are simian, they are pathetic, but superficially so. The unintelligent mind will watch those and go, well, geez, there's no difference between this $6,000 camera and this $300 camera. The right tool for the right job. The reason why, like, for example, National Geographic shooters are using $12,000 500mm f4 lenses on a cheap Nikon D7100 is because scaled up, that's a 54 megapixel camera at its current pixel pitch of what it is on the sensor. I mean, given correct exposure, shooting out in bright sunlight, for wildlife photography, for example, the croppability and the translational data from the image is incredibly high. Right tool for the right job. Taking a portrait shot with the $6,000 plus Nikon D5, which is made for high buffer rate and hardcore, cornering and speed like a Lamborghini analogy, you can't say, well, these are both the same. Obviously, if you're buying a Nikon D5 for portraiture, that would obviously be incredibly stupid. So if you're trying to make the point that obviously buying a cheap Nikon D3000 series camera, D5000 series camera will make equally decent portraits, actually better, so far as croppability is concerned at least. Better shots than a Nikon D5, you'd be correct. But nobody with half a brain, unless they have more money than brains, which is the case for some people, they just buy something because it's really expensive and they want to impress people. Nobody other than those people are buying a Nikon D5 to, like, I'm going to buy this really fast, super expensive camera to take, slow methodical portraiture. No, they're not. That's not saying that you can't use it for that. It's a wonderful full frame camera. I particularly despise it for many valid reasons. But these analogies that people draw online and to make videos about, well, let's compare the really expensive camera to that piece of crap. See, nobody can tell the difference between. It's a false analogy. It's a false comparison. It's because the pickup truck and the Lamborghini handle the 5-mile-per-hour traffic the same. That doesn't mean, are you able to make the connection there? Yeah, those type of videos don't work because the only people that they appeal to are unintelligent and intellectually superficial people. Like, yeah, you're right, geez, he's right. No, it's wrong. And there are a lot of videos out there like that. Right tool for the right job. Okay. People don't understand stuff. Thank you for watching. Bye.